Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. I am back again with another pick a card. Now, this pick a card is a little interesting because this is going to be blessings from your ancestors specifically, okay? And the thing with that is I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you later, but I have a paper here because when I was picking the piles, they did this once before. They gave me a phrase for each pile, and it's similar, but it's not the same thing. And it's going to represent a blessing or a power of some kind that you have received from your ancestors or will be receiving soon, okay? And they want to bring that to the upfront for some reason. Last time I said I was going to try the audio. Last time it didn't work, honestly. So I'm going to try again. Let me know if this audio works because my phone turned off and it wasn't recording. So I'm really trying to fix the audio quality because I want you guys to hear me better. So we have piles 1, 2, and 3. For pile 1, you have this little, it's like an elephant. It's not like an elephant, it is an elephant. So you have this one. For pile 2, this is really tiny, I'm sorry, but it's the one that came out, so I'm gonna use it. This is like a little sword, I would say. This is from a bracelet that had little charms from Supernatural, the show, and I used those. I have a ton of those from that bracelet. And then for pile 3, we have this little clock. And by the way, I usually try to tone myself down when I'm doing these readings because I'm trying to be respectful. But I decided I'm not gonna do that anymore. So if cursing bothers you, I would suggest you leave because I'm gonna be cursing because I'm kind of tired of, not being me. So I'm gonna try that out. I was trying to be more respectful as I was here, but that's not how I usually speak or express myself in any way, okay? So you can pause the video right now. Oh, I apologize. I believe I hit the mic. I'm not used to this, okay? You can pause the video right now to pick your pile and we'll see you whichever you choose. Hello, we chose pile 1 with this little elephant. This is your reading. I'm gonna show you what they gave me for your pile, which I'm gonna show you. As soon as I sit here, they start giving me messages, but I don't record the whole thing because my camera isn't that good. I don't have that much, space or battery time. So I'm really trying to just put out what I need. But they gave me these when I was picking out your piles, and they clarified what type of reading was gonna be. So for your pile, which is pile 1, you can see it here. I got the gift of power. All piles have that. That's like the gift of, and the gift is different for each one. So the gift of power, if that rings a bell of some kind, if it reminds you of something, go with it because this is gonna mean different things for each person, okay? So let's get into your pile. This is your tiny elephant. I'm gonna put it here, but I'm gonna just put it back. Which they want me to mention, this elephant was in like a protection charm, a charm that protected me from the evil eye. So if they want me to say that, it's because your ancestors specifically, they really protect you from negative energies, especially if they come from other people, okay? It had the little, I'm sorry, I forgot the name, which is the blue eye that a lot of cultures use to ward off evil energies. So they wanted me to say that, so they are protecting you from that. So let's see what their gift is. I'm gonna use these tarot cards. I have another tarot card, which they asked me to do it like this, just one from these. But these cards specifically, this is the Revival Art Tarot. They have depictions of people, usually, right? If this could be an ancestor that you have met, if one of the people in one of the cards resembles someone that you know, there's a chance that it's that person giving you the message. They wanted me to make that clear because they did want me to use this one, okay? So for your tarot, you got the Star. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer. I apologize, my camera quality isn't great, so I don't know how well you can see the details. This is the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Coins. You got the 9 of Pentacles, or the 9 of Coins. And then you got the Lovers, okay. And it was your gift of power. That is kind of interesting with this card. And then the other one that you got was the 4 of Swords. Okay, and I'm gonna just take all of it out because I don't have that many cards today. So you got Lifting the Veil, questioning everything, anything on a line must go. If you see me put my hands back, it's because I'm recording with my phone, and my phone turns off, and if it turns off, it will stop recording the audio. Okay, then you got the love, Sidereal energy, codependency, boundaries, and then these two. This is from the inner wisdom. Is it awake inner wisdom cards? I forgot for a second. You got ground down, which makes a lot of sense with that elephant, to be honest. I take the elephant as a grounding energy. And then you got integration. Okay, so gifts from your ancestors. So they're going to be talking about gifts that you already have, that you were born with, that came from your ancestors, but they're also going to be talking about gifts and, you know, blessings they're going to be giving you, okay? So from your ancestors, you inherited like a very strong ability to manifest, okay? We have the star here, and I really associate manifestation with the star card. And because you had the gift of power, of course you're a very powerful individual, but especially if you know how to control it. Now let me explain. They're talking about that your energy can be very chaotic at times. And when your energy is kind of disorganized, you can attract things that aren't that good for you, okay? Which is not your fault if something bad happens. It doesn't mean that you brought it upon yourself or that you deserve it. It simply means that maybe they're not talking about huge events. They're talking about like minor inconveniences that you may have on a daily basis, that you kind of bring them to you in a way, or you kind of manifest those without noticing. They could be like, maybe your shoe breaks one day that you're trying to hurry up for work. Or I don't know, you lose a couple pennies that you were planning to use for something else. That kind of thing. They're like minor things, but it's you, because your energy, it happens when your energy is not grounded and when your energy is kind of negative for whatever reason. So especially when you're angry, sad, or stressed, you can make these minor things happen, okay? But the reason you don't bring things like bigger issues towards yourself is because you're not consciously focused on them. So you have to consciously focus on something to bring it in. So it's not like it's gonna happen accidentally that you bring upon you, like, I don't know, you being furloughed from your job. Not that specifically, unless you focus on it, of course. So they want you to be very careful with your mind, and you need to really ground down, like it says here, and with this Four of Swords, you have to slow down sometimes. When they say chaos, maybe you are someone who practices witchcraft of some kind and you are into the chaos magic, right? Which again, it's good for you, but you have to remember to come back to your center, okay? Because your powers can kind of get out of hand sometimes if you're not careful. So that's something you inherit from them. Because we have two pentacle cards here, it's either that you inherited quite a bit of money from them, or you will be doing that soon, or that you inherited their ability. They gave you kind of like the gift of being able to create a wealth, generate wealth for yourself, and also good health specifically, because you have this Four of Swords here, and the pentacles also have to do with anything physical, which includes health, okay? And with this, anything on a line must go, So, okay, so they're telling me, okay, so remember how I said that you attracted things that were minor inconveniences and you didn't attract things that were bigger because you didn't focus on them specifically? It's also because they're blocking kind of like harsh things and difficult things from coming to you as well. So they block that a lot. So they're saying this is very specific. Sometimes you may get like a feeling of impending doom of some kind, and nothing happens. You could have an anxiety disorder, but they're specifically talking about you getting that feeling that something bad is gonna happen and then it goes away. They're saying that it's kind of them, creating a shield around you and not letting that happen, which is very specific. Yeah, okay. So they're saying with this card right here, this one says boundaries, and they're talking specifically to me about using this card. maybe that you were someone that always kind of had very strong boundaries, but you may falter a little bit because some people have told you that they are unfair specifically, or they overstep them, so you've kind of stopped setting up strong boundaries, if that makes sense. Take it as it resonates, honestly. But they want you to keep those boundaries. When you create boundaries, make sure they're healthy, but when you create them, keep them, okay? Don't just remove a boundary because someone tries to overstep it. Just set it again and again and again and again. If they keep trying to overstep it, literally leave. Like, honestly, you deserve to have your boundaries respected, okay? So another thing, because we do have the lowers here, that has to do with this integration card as well, which you see is this kind of alignment. So another gift they're giving you, I keep bumping the mic, I'm so sorry. They're sending you some type of romantic connection, or it could be friendship as well, if you're in a relationship already. But for many of you, they're sending in, they said soulmate. They said sending in a soulmate specifically. They didn't say, twin flame or karmic, they said soulmate. So, and I want to show you this card because this card is very, how do I say this? Childlike for a lover's card. It's kind of like they're on a swing and they're having fun. So it's very innocent and very pure kind of energy, okay? So they are working on that. If you ask them specifically, if you asked your ancestors specifically to bring in a soulmate for you or a relationship, they are working on it, okay? So what's another gift? Let's see. Okay, they want to say something that it's, hold on, give me a second, because I'm trying to channel that. It sometimes takes me a bit when still in training. So this could be coming specifically from a mother figure, because I said the word wife to me. So that could be two things. They could be referring to this soulmate, which is someone that you may marry, wife, husband, it doesn't matter. This could also be that they're talking about a specific ancestor that you either work with or that is kind of like at the front of these gifts that you're receiving or that you have received. And it could be specifically a someone who was a wife, or someone's wife. I believe that you don't know them very well, but they are very motherly and they try to help you as much as they can. So they wanted to make that clear. What other gifts are you receiving from them? Let's see. They said life. That's interesting. Life. Okay, so this is gonna be very specific, so disregard this if it's not for you. If you're in a relationship or you have been in serious relationships before and you have been trying to conceive specifically, like I said, it is like a very specific message. Or if you're having issues with conceiving or your reproductive organs and stuff like that, this is something that came from your ancestral line that needs healing. And they're letting you know that they're trying to help you as much as they can, but you need to work with them. Let's say that you are someone who's trying to conceive and you're unable to. And let's say that you know about one ancestor that was unable to conceive specifically for whatever reason. Obviously it's not going to be an ancestor directly from you because you're here in some way, but it could be an aunt, an uncle, someone like that, right? That had issues with that, and maybe they at the last minute, like when they were older, they were able to conceive a child or something like that. They're saying to ask for their help if this applies to you, because they're going to try to help you, and they're going to try to help you kind of like the right treatment and the right all of that. That's a very specific message, but they wanted me to talk about it. So they keep saying the gift of, which is really interesting to me because they this is a different format. I don't usually work with like that, so I can confirm that there are different energies with me right now apart from my spirit team. So you got, because they said the gift of rest as well. So like I said, your energy can be very chaotic at times, so you definitely need to ground down, but you need to rest. So you could be someone that's very active, you do a lot of things at the same time. If you're not physically active, because I just said that it's your mind that's very active, if it's not you physically that you're active physically. If that's not you, it's your mind. So that's kind of like two different types of people, because remember, this is a general reading. I can't possibly reach out to everyone in every single detail. Okay, so is there anything else you want to tell pile one? Life. They keep saying life. So from what I'm getting with life, that they keep saying life, they want you to live. Of course, you're living, but what they mean by that is that they want you to start worrying less about tiny details that the universe is going to be able to take care of for you. So it's kind of like they want you to enjoy a little more. They want you to have a little more fun, be a little bit more lighthearted, because that's going to help you as well ground down. So maybe it's very necessary for you to touch down. I was going to say touch down. What I don't know what that means. For you to connect with your inner child. I said touch down for a reason. I know nothing about that. Let me know if that means something for you. With your inner child, and working with your inner child is going to help you be more centered and integrate those parts of yourself that are a little bit more chaotic. Which being chaotic is not necessarily bad. It's just that you have to know in what way you're chaotic, because you can be chaotic in a way that's not going to be harmful for you, but there are other ways that will be harmful for you, and that's what they don't want you to do. Okay. And like I said before, if you're someone who does chaos magic, maybe try working with your ancestors if you don't do that already, because they're very, heavily here. And I have to acknowledge this man right here, which is the Four of Pentacles. This is a very interesting looking person. Not interesting. I meant to say that this card specifically may really resembles an ancestor of maybe a couple people here. So they want me to bring that closer to you. This man, he's holding like a bag of coins. He is an old man, so this could be a grandparent, a great grandparent specifically. I said someone that you knew briefly, maybe. Okay. And the gift of charm. They keep saying the gift. That's so pretty. So the gift of charm. So maybe you're someone that you can charm your way into people's hearts. That's just what they said. So they want you to use that to your advantage, not in a way that's gonna manipulate people like for negative reasons. Which if you do it, like it's up to you. I'm not gonna judge you. But kind of to use it, they said to further your career specifically. So using your charm and your wit to advance in your career. So maybe moving up positions in a company they work at or something like that. Okay. So being really able to use that spice, that spice. That's kind of like the thing that they're saying here. Okay. So that's all I have for you. That's very beautiful. They're really present in your life. I mean, obviously, if you're here, they're present in your life, but they are very heavily involved in your life because they're trying to shield you from bad things and to help you manifest, like I said, the soulmate. So what's coming specifically that you didn't have already, maybe, is a soulmate relationship, which, like I said, it could be a romantic relationship or a friendship of some kind. Regardless, it's going to be someone that's really going to complement you. Okay. And that's going to be very important in your life. So they're working on that, and they want to make that known. Give them some time, okay? They can't really make someone just fall from the sky and you have to wait for them to move into your life in divine timing, as annoying as it is. I know. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 7 a.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I do most of my updates there. I'm not doing daily readings on Instagram right now because I'm kind of sick, so I'm taking a bit of a break, but I'll be resuming my normal schedule soon. If this reading was especially helpful for you, you can go ahead and donate to me, give me a tip, which is never expected, but is always very appreciated, okay? So I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, you just filed 2 with this your reading. You chose this little sword. I had to restart your reading real quick because I forgot to turn on the audio. Oops. So here's the thing. Because you chose this, your ancestors could be kind of like older ancestors than ancestors that actually fought with swords. I mean, we all have ancestors like that, but what I mean is that the ones that are coming through right now could be specifically those that were, went to war, that were swordsman? I don't know if that's a word. That kind of people. You could have some nobility in your background, so definitely look into that, which is really interesting because I said Earl, like E-A-R-L, like that's a title. So maybe look into that. If not, it could be simply an ancestor that simply went to war, even if they didn't use swords specifically, so it could be like a war veteran of some kind, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here. Let's see your gift. Your pile got the gift of perseverance, which is very interesting to me, coupled with the sword. You know, like I said, each pile got one of these. Yours is the gift of perseverance, which is, you know, that's a very good gift to have. But we'll see how, because these are going to be gifts that you already have and gifts that your ancestors are trying to bring in. Okay, so I have all these tarot cards that they wanted me to use for a reason. So these cards have depictions of people specifically, like they're very clear depictions of people, because these are revival art tarot. So they are very focused on people. So they said that if there's a person here, I mean, most of them have people, but one of them could really resemble this ancestor. So keep an eye out if you know what, you know, if one of the cards resemble an ancestor that you know about. So you got the Hermit, which is the gift of perseverance. Look at that. That's the Nine of Wands. See, that's a soldier. Look at him. I told you, man. I don't look at these cards before I you know, do the reading. I try not to look at them. If I see them, I usually put them back unless I really feel that they're meant to come in. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that in the camera, but this candle, it just flickered up in a way that sent like a little spark flying. Ooh, I like that. So they're very strong. Okay, so that's the Eight of Swords. I didn't say it because I got distracted. And you got the Tower, and then you got the King of Pentacles. So like I said, Earl before, so this is most likely a male for most of you, even if they are not, you know, even if they were not specifically a nobleman or something like that, or you know, if they didn't have a title of some kind, it doesn't matter. They kind of, it's mostly male energy. It doesn't mean that your ancestor can't be a female. It's just like male energy in the sense of, you know, masculine energy, the type of energy that is action driven. Okay, so you got Ground. You're the only group that got one of these, which is really interesting. And that's a dragon, if you can see that. I wanted to say that for some reason. So that could be in their, if they were someone from the nobility, and you know their coat of arms, they could have a dragon in it. So you also got Baby Steps with Perseverance. It matches so well. Oh my goodness. And then you got Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. I didn't read that. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So actions, again, very action driven. So what gifts do you get? Like I said, the gift of perseverance, which you have it here with the Hermit. So it's kind of like they're saying that you have this ability to, how do I put this? I mean, perseverance is like you bounce back no matter what happens to you, no matter what hardships you go through, you are always able to get up again, if that makes sense. And that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ability to have, because here's the thing, we all have the ability to be perseverant, but we aren't always perseverant. Some people kind of step back, but you have a lot of Aries energy, you know, that kind of energy that keeps going forward no matter what happens, that kind of energy. You may be an Aries, but not necessarily. I'm simply talking about the energy of the specific zodiac sign, okay? And also Taurus energy, because you got also this King of Pentacles. So like I said, I'm talking about one ancestor, which is very interesting, because for pile one, they were talking about several ancestors, but for this pile, I'm feeling kind of like one ancestor specifically coming forward that has this message for you. So what are they bringing to you? You got this new beginning here, because we do have this Tower. I don't want you to be afraid of the Tower, okay? First of all. But the Tower signifies something ending. I apologize, it's my throat, that's a little bit, blah. Okay. And it says you'll survive is new solutions and beginnings, which is like a very nice card to have it with that Tower, because some people, you know, they see the Tower and they're like, oh my gosh, not again, you know, because I feel like you could be like that, like, oh no, not again. They're not bringing you a Tower moment. Although they could be. Give me a second. That's interesting. This ancestor was like, okay, no, I've brought them Tower moments. Not in the sense it's not to punish you. That's what they're saying. But they're kind of training you, if that makes sense. That's so interesting, because this ancestor specifically carries a lot of energy from their last life, or at least the life that they're talking about, which is this life. And they are trying to, it's like they're training you as if you were a soldier. because they're preparing you for something, and that they're saying that that something is really, really important. It's like you're gonna play a very important role in your community, or maybe it could be at like an international level. It really depends. I can't really give you a definitive answer here because it's a general reading once again. But it's like they're training you to develop that perseverance, because you're gonna need it for something. And you also have this Hermit here, so they're also another gift that they're giving you is the ability to go into an introspective mode. So they really encourage you to sit down and reflect on your abilities, what you've done and what you have to do. So they kind of like the gift of planning as well. They keep saying the gift, which is very interesting to me. So they really encourage this behavior for you to step away from kind of doing all the time, to evaluate what you're doing and then go back again, because that's the thing. If this is, I don't want you to think that because someone was a warrior of some kind that they didn't take time to analyze. No, a lot of soldiers, especially if he was an earl, so he had some political power probably. If this is specifically, if that resonates with you, if this person was an earl of a nobleman of some kind. And I'm saying nobleman because I'm seeing, kind of like a moment where women didn't have a lot of power. Although it could be a woman. I'm just simply saying, talking about their energy. They had to be strategists. So they had to really think about what they were going to do before they did it. Okay, if that makes sense. So they kind of gave you kind of inherited that ability, and they're also training it for you. And they really encourage you to do this. So sometimes they may encourage you to do, but then all of a sudden they're like, okay, stop. You need to go in. Okay. You also have the Eight of Swords, so there's a chance that you may be feeling stuck recently within your own minds, because the Eight of Swords is the mind. But they're also saying something about communication. So I don't know if you're trying to communicate with someone and the situation, the communication is kind of stale. It's not going well. They're gonna help you out of that. So ask for their help. They're giving me. They said the name of a saint, so this could be. I don't know, this could be a saint that you work with, or I don't know if this could also be just them portraying their energy, but they said Saint Expedite, which is a saint that was a Roman soldier, but he's very fast, okay? So, and that he can unblock things from you. Don't ask that saint's help. I'm telling you, don't ask their help if it's not something urgent, okay? Because this saint is very serious, I'm telling you. But do it if you feel like like you need to. But I don't think they're saying it for you to ask Saint Expedite for help. They're more saying that to portray the energy. It's symbolic, but I have to say it because it may resonate for someone if you already worked with Saint Expedite in the past. But it's kind of like removing blockages for you, and they want you to also know sometimes when they don't remove obstacles. Did I say obstacles? What did I say before? Obstacles. I don't know what I said. Sometimes they don't remove obstacles for you because they want you to use that perseverance and that ability for introspection yourself, so you can see where the obstacle is coming from, so you can remove it yourself. Okay? And specifically, they're saying if you see that the obstacle is not an obstacle that you can remove, because let's say it's something that the universe placed for you, they also encourage you to be able to step back and say, okay, I'm leaving that to you. So it's kind of like they're really working to build you up in that sense of being able to do and do and do and do. But they are also giving you that gift of being able to stop, sit down, ground, and then keep going as needed, of course. And let's see what else, what other gift is coming for you. Because I already said what you inherited from them. I'm trying to see if what they're bringing in for you apart from, that thing about not removing obstacles. I got stuck for some reason. I mean, we did get the Tower, so it doesn't mean that it's going to be a bad change, but there's change coming, of course, with this new solutions and beginnings. They want you to follow your intuition in this change, which, by the way, this card, I just want to say that I believe is portraying Pompeii, which I'm not sure, but it looks like that to me. If you know any of these paintings, please let me know, because the guidebook didn't say which paintings were which. But it's kind of like there's a new beginning coming, and it may be a little bit of a radical change. So they want you to persevere through it and follow your intuition above all else, okay? Because that change is gonna be very important in your life path specifically. I mean, all changes are important, but this one is gonna be especially important for some reason. It doesn't mean that it's coming tomorrow. They're simply telling you that there's an important change. It's like they're saying you're gonna feel it. So like this important change, whatever it is, whenever it's coming, you are gonna know. You're gonna feel that this is the one, okay? If that makes sense. And because I said this is the one, it could be referring to maybe some type of relationship, because I said this is the one. Like, they want you to use your intuition for that. See, it's the same thing I said. This dragon is kind of coiling, if that's a word. I don't know if that's the right word here. Around the mountain, right? I said I was going to curse and I haven't. So, yay. So it's kind of... they want you to be able to... They want you to use your mind and your intellect. Your ability to persevere and for introspection. But they want you to know that you need to come back down to earth. You need to always come back down and sit like the hermit for a few, I was going to say a few days, but a few minutes. So kind of like, take a break, once in a while. So you can ground down and then recharge, in a way. I'm looking at, what is that? Oh, okay. I never saw that. There are like two bridges right here. And they just called my attention to that. I hadn't seen that before. So they're kind of okay. So they're giving you ways out of a situation. So they're creating kind of like a bridge, building a bridge for you to get out of a situation or move into a new one. Which is okay. Got it. I got it. So like I said, they want you to follow your intuition before it makes sense, like it says here. Just follow them. They're not going to lead you astray. Use your intuition. Your fear is going to try to get in the middle of it, but if you use your intuition, you're going to be fine. Sit down, like I said, sit down like a hermit and really ask yourself what your intuition is telling you, okay? And again, they keep giving me combat, like war stuff. So it's like you can kind of, if someone is like a warrior, but I'm specifically talking about people who used swords, you can train a lot, but you also need to know what you're doing on the battlefield, in the sense that you're gonna have to use your intuition on top of your of what you already know, because you're gonna be fighting with someone that's gonna try to make certain moves. If that makes sense. So it's like they want you to know that you can use both your intuition and your intellect and your abilities together. They're not mutually exclusive, okay? It's better if you use all of them together, because that's the biggest thing that they're saying here right now. They want that you inherited part of it from them. They're training you. They're literally training you for you to be able to do that, in order for you to be able to deal with whatever it is this important thing you have to do in life is, okay? So they're not doing it in vain. They're really trying to help you, and they want you to know that they're creating solutions and new beginnings for you, okay? So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 7 a.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want, because I deal with my updates over there. I'm not doing daily readings as of right now, because my health has been a little bit wacky recently, and I'm trying to rest, okay? Also, if this reading was especially helpful for you, you can consider leaving me a tip or donating to me, which is never expected, but it's always very appreciated, so I can keep running this, channel. And that's all I have for you. So I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, you just pile 3 with this clock. This is your reading. So the message that you got in the beginning, like I said, because we got this little, each pile got a channel message, which is the gift of. So they're talking specifically about a gift that your ancestors are giving you. And you got the gift of continuity, whatever that means. I don't know what that means at all. I'm kind of confused about that. But I mean, you got the clock, so it represents time in a way. The gift of continuity. I'm not sure how to say that. If that reminds you of something, you know, you can share if you want, because I'm not sure what that means. That's the one phrase out of all the piles that really got me scratching my head here. Okay, so I have all of these tarot. There are 2 different decks. I don't know why, but this deck specifically, which is the Revival Art Tarot, it has a lot of depictions of people. So they did specify to me that some of these people can resemble your ancestors. So if you know what an ancestor looks like, and you know, someone that looks like them comes up with one of these cards, that means they are specifically sending this message to you. Okay, so you got the 5 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles. And I was gonna say that before I keep going, that because you got this, this could be an ancestor that maybe you don't even know. They may be very, 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 very old. Okay, so and then you got the 9 of Swords, and ooh, Justice in reverse. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me finish with these, and then I'll get into that. So you got Star Family. You're part of a team of souls calling support. And then you got Activated Earth, Power Places, Ley Lines, Trust where you're led. And then you got Alchemy, ooh, and Dream. Okay, hold on. So first of all, if your ancestors are very protective of you, first of all, very, 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 very protective of you. And if someone wronged you in the past, you know, if you feel like someone really hurt you, they are saying that they are not gonna get away with it. And I'm not saying that to exaggerate it. I really feel like they are pissed. Okay, they don't like that. They're gonna bring justice to the situation. You got the Justice card in reverse, which I usually don't read reversals, because I just don't like to. I don't feel like I have to have the card reversed to know what they're saying. But I'm gonna leave it like that for a reason. And you got the 5 of Wands, so this could be like a very old conflict, but they kind of keep popping up in your life and messing shit up, you know. Yeah, first curse word of the whole video, which is amazing. Although this seems very childish, because, you know, there are children in the 5 of Wands, which is an interesting depiction. I feel like it's like a very serious thing, like something that really hurts you, even as it could be something that you perceive as being very minor and, you know, very unimportant or something like that, but at the same time it really hurts you. And your ancestors are like, okay, that's enough. I'm gonna fuck them up. I don't know what that means. So you could have. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm saying that because I'm feeling a specific type of energy. So you could be someone that has ancestors from the Caribbean and or Africa. Because I'm feeling very. If you don't know, I'm Cuban, so my culture is very intertwined with the culture of you know, Afro-Cubans and Yoruba and all that, and that's the type of energy that I'm feeling right now. Even though I don't work with Orishas or anything like that, I can really differentiate their energy because I'm familiar with it. So that's kind of like the energy that I'm feeling. This could have been an ancestor that worked with them, or that wasn't like the Yoruba or religion or Ifa or something like that, regardless of the color of their skin specifically. So you could be from a culture like mine, which everything is so intertwined that not one person, that there isn't like a pure race person in like 100 years. You know, that's kind of the thing, where we're mixed in like 100 ways. So, but this is someone that practiced that, maybe. Take it as it resonates, but that's specifically for someone, and they don't like seeing you hurt, because I feel like you're in this 9 of Swords energy, And like I said, maybe you feel like the situation wasn't that bad, and that maybe you're being dramatic, but you are hurt. So you are hurting, in kind of like in silence, and they're like, no, fuck that. I'm cursing a lot in your pile. I didn't curse at all in the other two, which is really interesting to me. I think they're really conveying the fact that they are pissed. This could be a female, like a woman, because they're showing me a specific ancestor of mine who was, a black woman, and they're showing me her. I don't think they're saying that we have the same ancestors, which, I mean, honestly, maybe. We're all cousins in Latin America. But they're kind of showing me that person to show me your energy, okay? Not your energy, this ancestor's energy. So it could be a female or kind of like a mother figure, and they're very loving and protective, but they can also get very fucking pissed, and they don't like you being hurt, okay? And by the way, I'm cursing because my videos are not monetized, so I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want. But the gift they have for you, they said the gift of continuity. I don't know what that means. Maybe they want you. For some of you, if that part about the ancestor who practiced those type of religions and held those beliefs is, for some of you, it's that ancestor saying that you have the ability to work in the same way that they did. So if you've been interested in that and you feel a calling to whatever this religion or practice that they had is, it's kind of like them saying, go for it, because you have the ability to be as good as me. That's literally the word that came to mind. I don't know what that means. Of course, always be careful, because some practices are closed, so do your research. Please do your research. They're leading you, trust where you're led. So these ancestors, they are really guiding you, because I feel like right now you could be like in this state where you are kind of struggling emotionally, psychologically, and or physically. So you're not very clear. It's kind of like your clarity is a little bit, your clarity, you're not that clear. It's kind of like your vision is blurry. So they're really kind of like guiding you, a hand through the mist. That's the word that they said, the sentence, which is interesting. Oh, I have alchemy. I didn't even look at that. So I'm not sure which symbols are this completely. I'm not that well versed in alchemy. I'm pretty sure there's a Mercury symbol, but maybe look into those symbols. You just type alchemy symbols and see what comes up, and which one looks like this. The gift of transmutation. So, like I said, they're saying kind of like you have a gift to do the same thing that I did. So this is kind of like this is an ancestor, but they're like a teacher to you. So they may have been teaching you kind of like the art of what they did since you were little, in indirect ways. I mean, I'm not saying maybe you had the ability to literally see them, but if you didn't, they were kind of always guiding you in that sense. So you could have a lot of knowledge about this religion or this type of belief of these practices, whatever it is, that you don't know where they came from. It came from this ancestor, okay? It could be several of them, but I'm seeing one specifically, okay? Which it's more likely several of them. This is a general reading. What other gift? So you're kind of similar to pile 2 in the sense that they're also giving you the gift of a new beginning. So they are really bringing a whole new chapter for you after they fuck up this person. I don't know. I keep saying that because they keep saying it's like a person or maybe several people that wronged you. So they're like, okay, I'm gonna take care of that, and then I'm gonna give you what you deserve, honey. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know why. This is the 6 of Pentacles. So they're kind of very family oriented. Like I said, they're very protective of you. But with this 6 of Pentacles, they want you to specifically focus on, that's interesting. Kind of like, appreciating is not the word. It's like, using what you already have and what you already know. So, they're not saying like, learn several different new things. It's kind of like they're saying to develop what you already know, and then move on to something else. They don't want you to kind of be a novice in like 90 different subjects. They want you to master certain subjects and then move on to new ones, if that makes sense. Because you have it's kind of better for you if you focus on one thing and you focus on that and keep going until you master it, and then you move on to something else. I don't know, because it's kind of like you have laser focus, which also came from them, and they really want you to do that. They're also helping you, but this is dream here. If you see this dream card, I don't know how well you can see that because my camera quality isn't the best, but there's a half moon here, and there are some trees, and there's a house there. So if you've been trying to manifest literally your dream home, they're helping you with that. They're gonna help you find it, and they're gonna help you find the money to buy it. Which is something else that they just said that I want you to, if you're planning on buying a house of some kind, or moving elsewhere, start managing your finances things now to prepare for that, even if you haven't found a specific place. So they want you to start working on that, kind of like before you even find it. Just start now, because if this, whatever this is, if it's a house or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest that they're helping you with, it may turn up really suddenly, and you may not. They don't want you to be caught off guard. They want you to, when you see it, go for it, if that makes sense. Which, another thing, you may have the ability to connect with spirits, specifically your ancestors, with spirits in general, through your dreams. So they really want you to pay attention to your dreams and try to interpret them as best as you can. So it will be very beneficial for you to have a dream journal, because your dreams can be even prophetic at times, okay? What other gift do they have for you? Ooh, okay. So like this, you have this here. It says calling supportive star family. So they're bringing you your soul tribe, okay? They're guiding you. One of the things they're guiding you towards, apart from this dream home or whatever you're manifesting, they're kind of guiding you to people. So the correct people. So maybe, like I said, these people that they want to mess up, they weren't great people. These may be ex-friends of yours, and they're bringing you like a new friend group or something like that. Kind of like bringing people that you're really gonna enjoy being with, and that are not gonna treat you badly. And it's like they keep going back to, I fucking hate them. Like I wanna mess up those people. I don't know what it's like. I don't care what you think. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna take care of them. That's kind of the energy that they're giving me. So someone that's kind of sassy in a way, but like in a good way, right? And I always say, like, it's not that I always say it. I'm literally lying saying that. I saw something saying that it's somewhere. It was a quote, and it was like, it's not my responsibility, or like, it's not my fault the way in which my ancestors choose to protect me. So it's that kind of energy. So it's like, if they get like whooped by karma, aka by your ancestors, it's not your fault. They're doing it because they want to, and they can't stand whatever the hell they did, okay? If that applies to you specifically, which I believe it does, but they're like, I'm gonna take care of it. You don't even have to worry. It's not even gonna be your fault. I love that energy. So yeah, definitely someone that was very strong in life. So like I said, you have the gift of continuity, and maybe it's that continuity, the ability to continue doing what they were doing when they were alive. Like I said, they could have been someone very spiritual. Not necessarily, but they're specifically bringing up religion or spiritual practices that you can keep doing. Something is poking out. Oh, because they called my attention to it, I couldn't see it. It was kind of like this. This is the key. I didn't see that it was the key. I was only seeing like this. How perfect is that? Because the key, it's kind of like two things. New beginnings, because new doors are opening. Also closing doors, behind you. But also knowledge. So it represents having the key to a lot of knowledge. And they want you to tap into that. Maybe you're even able to tap into the Akashic records, okay? But the main gift that's coming for you, like I said, it's this star family. And this, it seems like a dream home to me, but although it could be anything that you're trying to manifest. Of course, it's a general reading. Let's see what else. Is there anything else I want to tell pile 3? Okay. So remember how I said that maybe for some of you this could be ancestors from like the Caribbean. If that resonates with you, there's a chance that this person worked with water, like with the sea, because they brought my attention to this right here. There's like water here, like an ocean. Or maybe they, like I said, they were someone who worked with the Orishas. If they did, maybe they worked with Yemaya, which is like the mother goddess of them that they have. You know, and it will be good for you to connect with water. Is there anything else? So they said that you have the ability to flow and to create. So they want you to be very confident in your abilities, because when you're confident in them, you can use them better. You know, if you second guess yourself, you can mess up, right? So you have to have full confidence in what you do and your abilities, because you can do a lot. You have the alchemy card here, okay? So you can literally create whatever the hell you want, all right? And they want you to know that and own your power, if that makes sense. Which this may be related to pile 1 or not. I'm just simply saying it because pile 1 got the gift of power. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 7 a.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want to, because I do all of my updates about the channel over there. Although I'm not doing daily readings for now because my health hasn't been the best this couple of maybe 2 weeks, maybe. So I'm taking kind of a break from that. But I'll keep posting. I get back to my schedule eventually. Also, if this reading was especially helpful for you, maybe consider leaving me a tip or donating to my channel so I can keep doing this. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. So I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye.